Hey team, let's talk real quick about High Rocks training. We are 7 weeks out from the Anaheim race. We now have a full-scale simulation under our belts, and all of the training that we're doing during the week is getting us ready for this event. Just check the gym notes in the intention section of your weekday programming, and we will tell you exactly what zones we are training for. We've given you, have continued to give you a progression of weekly track workouts. We have provided you some content on how to scale your long distance runs. You should be doing one of those a week if you're doing singles or doubles. And the next piece of it starts this week, and that is our open gym Friday competition training blocks. We originally were just going to open these up from 5 to 7, but now we are going to be opening up the entire day on Friday. So from 10 a.m. after that first last morning class ends, all the way until 6 p.m. in the evening, the gym will be open. I will be here. Come in and get any extracurricular training you need for your zones, for your event that is for you to do. These will not be structured workouts or trainings. The program is already everything you need to do. But if you need to make up a class, or if based on the days that you have been coming to class this week, if there are certain movements or zones that you just aren't hitting enough, or specific weak areas that you know that you need to work on, that is going to be your day to do it. Now, you can honestly do them any day, all right, depending on your schedule. But as a gym, we're making sure you have at least one option outside of normal hours to come in and do those things. Now, I don't want to see anybody coming in here and doing full-scale simulations. That's silly nonsense. You can do some longer workouts if you're not coming on Saturday, okay? And if that's the opportunity you need to get a long workout in, that's great. But please don't spend the next 4 weeks coming in here doing full-scale sims. That's not what this is for. That's not what the training does. People don't train for marathons by running 26 miles every Friday night. That's not how that works. But here's what I do recommend, okay? 8 zones, 4 weeks of training. If there's no one particular thing that you know you need to work on and you're doing singles or doubles, my recommendation is to pick 2 zones a night and just work on them stacked in with long runs. Now, maybe you have to start with a 500-meter run or an 800-meter run if you're not conditioned to the thousands yet. That's okay. But you need to prepare your body from coming out of a run right into the zone. And I would pick 2 zones a night. And and honestly, I would probably work that 2, 3, or 4 sets to still get a pretty long workout in, a longer than normal workout, more than 20 minutes. But it doesn't have to be 60 to 90-minute sessions. And it should probably just focus on those 2 zones. And then you can take your average of your 3 or 4 rounds and come up with a pretty good idea of what your tempo and pacing should be for those zones, and give you a realistic idea of what you can do fatigued on those zones. So that's my advice going into these Friday gym sessions. Also, if you're doing doubles, this is your opportunity to strategize with your partner. Who's going to take the first lead on the machines? At what interval are you going to switch? What is a good cadence for you? Or can you match running? Who's going to be setting the pace on your runs? Do that on Fridays. And if you're on a team, okay, get in here and discuss with your team who's going to take which zones. Maybe you set up time trials for your team and you come and say, hey, let's work 2 zones tonight. Let's all do run into ski 3 times, and then we're all going to go run into wall balls 3 times. Find out who your weakest people are on those zones. Not as weak people, but find out who has the hardest time with the wall balls. Find out who's really proficient at the skier, and then choose. All right, don't just do a preference off what you think you want to do. Run some numbers and find out who is the best person for the job. So this is my guidance for you on Friday. I will be here, but guess what? I'm going to be working out too. All right. I'm not going to be coaching these sessions. I will give you advice. You can ask me questions. Absolutely. But it is not a structured class. And I'm not going to be here to personally train every person at the gym until 6 o'clock on Friday. All right. I'm going to be getting mine. You're going to be getting yours. We're going to have a good time. So I'll see you on Fridays.